In this video, we are going to compare some cargo bike options for you, tell you what's important when looking for a machine like this, and give you some pros and cons of each one of these. What's up, everybody? Cargo bike time. And if you don't know what these machines are, these are the haulers, you know, the SUVs of the e-bike industry, car replacement machines meant to, you know, transport you and your goods, your kids and your family out to different places. And they're all e-bikes, they're all assist motors, and I think that was instrumental in getting wide acceptance of this category. You know, they've been around 50, 100 years, mostly in Europe, in Holland, where it's kind of flat. Out here, we just have longer distances and it's kind of hilly terrain. And you do need an assist motor when you have an 80-pound bike and 200 pounds of load back there screaming at you, right? So really exciting time, because I think we're in chapter 2 now of the cargo bike, e-cargo bike category, and there's been so much improvement. So we have 4 here, and I have 2 more out in the field that I will discuss. I will have some spreadsheets and whatnot for you to compare. But starting from my right, we have the Hyoki Camel for $17.99. Right here is the Flyer Via Pro for $24.99. Remember that brand, Radio Flyer, with a little red wagon? Same brand right here. And over here is the Specialized Globe Haul Longtail LT for $3,500. Specializes in the game. And I also have the Specialized Shorttail Haul ST for $2,800. And over there on my far left is the Aventon Abound, and that one retails for $17.99 as well. So really cool. I'm going to discuss a lot of specs and do some riding footage, do some pros and cons, but this is just part 1. I'm going to torture these bikes and haul 200 pounds, you know, up some dirt roads and some hills and see what happens, right? So that's what we want to do. But part 1 will give you the background. So cargo bike, basically it's a chassis that's long tail, long in the back, so you could put 2 kids in the back or some big bin containers like this and really haul a lot of stuff. They've really come around because now they're starting to ride like bikes. They're easy to handle and some good power and some good hauling capacity. So as you can see, the price has come down now. I mean, imagine Specialized as an e-bike, you know, for $2,800, and this one's $3,500 and you're getting a lot of bike. And that one right there was $17.99, and wait till you hear the options that come with it. By the way, all of these are direct, consumer direct, and this you can pick up at a dealer. But if you click on the links in the description, E-MTB Review will get a small cut of the action, and that will help us deliver content like this to you. So please do that if you can. So going through the specs, these bikes are class 3 e-bikes, so they go 28 miles an hour. And the Flyer and the Aventon are class 2, so they only go 20 miles an hour. All of them have a throttle. So a throttle like this. Some of them have a grip throttle, and they have many levels of support. They all have big batteries, and they all have 700 to 750 watts of power. So your e-bike, you know, they're restricted to like 250 watts of power. So these are more powerful than your Levo or your Santa Cruz Heckler. You know, 750 watts average, and they go up to 1,200 watts. You know, they're basically like trucks, SUVs, and you could like mount up. The more configurability you have with it, the more options you have on what you could do with it. So long wheelbase for them. So, and one thing that's really standardized and has really improved the rideability of these guys is small wheels. Small wheels is the ticket. I think they're all rolling on 20-inch wheels, you know, like BMX, and this one has a 24-inch front wheel. So this is kind of a mullet right here. And why do you want small wheels? The small wheels allow you to lower the bike, lower the center of gravity, and allow room, allow your kids to sit low to the ground. Otherwise, they'd be sitting up here, and it really is a big difference when you have a 27 or 29-inch rear wheel. So they've figured out that, hey, small wheels, less efficient rolling wise, but we have a motor, so that cancels out that issue. And guess what? With small wheels, you get more torque from the motor and more braking power from your brakes. every bike here has a trick up its sleeve. And let me start with that. So the Aventon Abound, Aventon, if you don't know, they dominate this space because they are basically, they started as consumer direct only. So their prices are so low, but they've been able to up the quality every time. The packing, the instructions are just world class. So a lot of these bikes are on sale because I think there's, inventory issues right now. The industry is clogged up with inventory. So these guys, they're trying to clear up the inventory so they can release the new models. But the Aventon Abound, the two tricks up its sleeve is one, it's priced so low right now, $17.99, and I think they give you like $900 worth of free stuff, extra battery, extra rack, and whatnot. And the other trick up its sleeve is it has a dropper post. What about that, huh? All right, the next bike I'd like to talk about is the Specialized Globe Haul LT, and this has a couple of tricks up its sleeve. The first one is it's just an SUV. You could put a bunch of these bins, up to 6 of them, on your bike, and so much configuration. But these, they're called cool caves, and they kind of make the bike look cool. A little bit noisy, but panniers right here, a lot of options. And then the other trick up its sleeve, one is the rideability. They really made it low to the ground, you know, just the tank, and it's so rideable. and you will, it's like when it comes to, you know, ride quality, handling ability, this is probably the tops. And basically it's built like a Specialized. So the brakes, 4-piston Tektro brakes, so good. They have their own tires, Carless Whisper, and you can pedal this thing to 29, 30 miles an hour. The gearing is correct. It's made to be a bike. And then got your high quality bell, and you have a telescoping seat post. So a few of these are one size fits all. And how Specialized achieve that is with a post really low to the ground, and the post is telescopes like this. When I first saw them, I go, why is it one size fits all? You know, are you guys cheaping out on me? And they're all, no, it's because, well, yeah, but there's another reason for that. It's because these are not bikes like your Santa Cruz Blur or your Pivot, you know, where, you know, it's made to match you. These are like vehicles in your garage, where we want every member of your family to pick them up instead of driving the car and use them. Take it to the high school, you know, and tall dad will take it to the gym. If they're configurable to fit, then they get more use. I think that's the main trick. You know, it also has a 1500 lumen light. Everything is ideally placed. You know, my buddy sat on this thing, and it's a tank. Payload, I think, is 441 pounds for bike rider and all the cargo, so you can carry a lot of stuff. So really cool bike. And then the ST, the Globe Haul ST, that's actually my favorite. The trick up its sleeve is that it's a cargo bike that's short. So, and they were able to pull it off, you know, in so many people. That I think that's what people are using now, because they're not always using cargo, but they need a bike always to go to Trader Joe's or to Costco, right? So the short tail, they were able to achieve that with a short wheelbase, and man, that thing is fun. Because one thing, if there's a problem with these bikes, you know, it's like having a Chevy Suburban. It's hard to park, it's hard to get out of your driveway, out of your shed, and they just take up a lot of room. So the short tail, that's just trick up its sleeve. Next one is the Flyer Via. This is version 2 of their cargo bike effort. The first one, you know, not so good, you know, but what's really cool about this company is they have a serious effort, and everything that I complained about in my review, maybe here, they fixed. So this thing is now just dialed. And what I have here right now is kind of cool. The trick up its sleeve is it has 4 configurations. Basically, you could put your stuff in here, you know, hide your stuff, and this is also a seat for children. They can have a canopy, you know, if you live in a very hot or rainy area. Maybe have a little AC in there. But really cool what Flyer was able to do. They put the battery in the back here, so it's more centrally located. I'm a big proponent now of torque sensors, which is just like your Levo and your Pivot e-bike. You know, the more pressure you apply on the pedals, the more they move. What that means is they can respond very easily. As opposed to a cadence sensor, they look for 2 revolutions before they go, and they go full blast on whatever mode you're in. A torque sensor, you know, is more pressure sensitive, so it's a more natural feeling bike. Specialized and Aventon all have torque sensors. The Hyoki Camel has a cadence sensor. Okay, now we get to the 5th bike, which is the Hyoki Camel. Very reasonably priced, and I like the quality. The trick up its sleeve is it's kind of folding. That handlebar folds down for storage. It has a little suspension seat post, which is kind of cool. But the real trick is it has 2 batteries. You know, one in the middle and one in the front. And so the watt hours is like 1300 watt hours compared to your Trek Rail, which has 600 or 700. So, and the range, according to the standard spec on flat ground, is 90 to 120 miles. So that's its trick. You know, just incredible range. The weight on them, they're all about 70 pounds, 75 pounds. This one is 88 pounds, and the Hyoki with 2 batteries is 88 pounds as well. As far as brakes, they all have hydraulic brakes, which is key, very key for these big bikes, big heavy bikes. But the Specialized Globe Haul takes the crown here with 4-piston hydraulic brakes from Tektro. And then as far as sizing, all of them are one size fits all, except for Flyer. Flyer bikes has 3 sizes. So they took the effort to get you the length that you need for the proper sizing. So which one should I buy? I would say, because of the deals right now, I would go for the Aventon. You know, I know Aventon, their quality, and at $17.99 the current price, and they give away like $1,000 worth of free stuff, meaning accessories and extra battery. That is a very good choice. That would be my choice if it's my own money. As far as configurability, you know, what range, that's the range king right there. If your office is like, school's like 50 miles away, that's the one. As far as configurability, if you see the 4 different versions of this is good. But as far as if they were all the same price, what I would get is the Globe Haul ST. I like this bike, I love this bike. But you know, it's just a long, big, I can't even lift it. The Globe Haul ST, it can do 90% of what I need to do with a cargo bike, you know, carry a passenger even. But it is, you know, short wheelbase, tiny little wheelbase, and it's like a little, like Suzuki Samurai or something to that effect. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the little cargo bike rundown. We will have a lot more torture tests of this bike and a few more that are coming in.